So, you ready?
Yeah.
So, my dad was a captain in the Army, and I was an Army brat, and we used to move from Army base to Army base all over the U.S. and Panama and all these places, so we never really had a home. So, along the way, my mom finally decided to live in Santa Cruz. My dad had to go to Korea and ask where she wanted to live. And the family story is that she was blindfolded and pointed to a map, and it was Santa Cruz, right? Yeah. And so we finally, in '51, we moved to Santa Cruz, and when I started surfing, I'd draw caricatures of the guys, the heroes here, you know, local legends. You know, I'd draw their caricature and give it to them, and then invite them over to the house for sandwiches. My mom would make them sandwiches, you know, so I'd get in with the older guys. Yeah, so, but I kind of got a reputation for being a surf artist that way. And then, so when stuff came up, you know, they want a surfboard logo or something, they'd call me, and I got jobs at O'Neill's and jobs making surfboards. I worked at Olson's. So from my art, you know, and surfing and just drawing, it kind of led to all that stuff and led to where I am now, you know. And so I never did graduate, you know, because I was just either surfing or drawing, you know. And my counselor said, Jim, there's only 2 weeks left at school. If you just sit in your desk every day, we'll give you your diploma. And next day, you know, Sharks Cove, 6 foot, nobody out, you know, glassy, you know, so shine it. Well, they say the eyes are the window of the soul, and since you were making souls, so you know, I drew Remind with vein lettering, you know, and I thought, hey, that looks pretty cool, blood splattering out the end of the veins and stuff, and it's kind of got the monster gore, you know, and it's got the veins running around it, you know, and that's why I liked it. And so I just had fun with it, and you liked it, you know, and then I think the consumer will like it, you know. So when all those things line up, it's natural to go. And I get a lot of phone calls where they just want to call me up and get me going on stuff. If I did that, man, I'd be run ragged. I'd get guys from all over the world calling me, yeah, would you start on this? Yeah, just get going on it, bro. And so I say, hey, bring over some bread, you know. Here, I got a surprise for you. Remy.
No way.
It's the original sketch.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then eventually, in the '80s, the punk rockers came into, you know, the scene, and they had, you know, some wild punk rockers like Dwayne Peters and Steve Olson, and they wanted some more graphics because everything was like in the punk days, you know, a lot of geos and things. So they kind of broke the doors down where we had some full deck graphics. And then like Roscoe came along and he wanted the target with the arm sticking through. And to me, I'm just going, yeah, we can finally get into some cool stuff, you know. And so then when they were done with that board, they said, okay, Jim, we want more. Can you do the next step? What is it? You know, and so it was more of the monster popping out. And that's when I really started feeling good about opening up the graphics and what I could do. And then it led to a lot of other companies trying to jump on the bandwagon and copy it, you know. So really it came from an area where there was nothing. And so it's like it's up to you to develop it and set the standards. And so it became a vehicle that was a lot more powerful because it was so simple. The kids could envision themselves drawing, and they'd draw it on their notebooks and stuff. They could copy it, and it was inspiring. And that's one of my greatest joy, that I've inspired some young kids to get into art and get into graphics. You know, it kind of all came together though, all the things I did, you know, like one would kind of feed another thing. In fact, there's this old cartoon, it's like a Popeye cartoon, and Olive Oyl is having a dream. She walks onto this big girder that they're hoisting onto a tower. They're building a building, you know. And so she's sleepwalking, and she walks off the end of the girder, you know, and Popeye's like, whoa, Olive Oyl! And then another girder comes in, and she lands on that one, you know, walks across that one. So it's kind of like our life, you know, we're walking on the girders and like, there's nothing out there, you're just stepping, and then here comes another girder to step on. You know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Life just brings you what you need.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So,
I've actually seen that.
Well, blow me down.